Octopuses are among the most fascinating creatures in the ocean, and their approach to love is just as intriguing as their intelligence. But did you know that these clever animals are largely solitary? Finding a mate is no easy task. Meeting and courtship finding a mate males rely on a combination of keen eyesight, subtle body language, and even chemical signals called pheromones to locate a receptive female. In the vast ocean, this is like finding a needle in a haystack. Once a potential mate is spotted, the real performance begins, the courtship display. Males become a living canvas, changing colors, altering their skin texture, and striking dramatic arm postures. Every flicker of color, every movement signals, I'm ready to mate, and I mean no harm. But not all females are immediately welcoming. Some can be aggressive, even to the point of attacking a potential suitor. That's when strategy comes into play. Some males use what we might call sneaky tactics, cleverly mimicking female colors and patterns to approach without triggering aggression. When the female is receptive, the male prepares for the next crucial step, mating readiness. He extends a specialized arm called the hectocotylus, carefully positioning it to deliver sperm packets. It's a delicate moment. One wrong move, and the male could be in danger. This intricate dance of color, movement, and chemistry ensures that mating only happens when both parties are ready, keeping the male safe and giving the female the best chance for fertilization. Mating copulation. Sperm transfer. The male carefully positions himself near the female, keeping a cautious eye on her every movement. Octopus mating requires precision. One wrong move could be dangerous. To transfer sperm, the male uses a specialized arm called the hectocotylus. This arm is designed specifically to deposit sperm packets, or spermatophores, directly into the female's mantle cavity, close to her oviduct. Inside the mantle cavity, these spermatophores will later fertilize the female's eggs. It's a precise and delicate process, a tiny lifeline that ensures the next generation of octopuses. Once the transfer is complete, the male usually makes a quick retreat. Female octopuses can be aggressive, and many males risk being attacked if they linger too long. Interestingly, most octopus species are semmelporous, which means they reproduce only once in their lifetime. For many males, this mating event is their last. They often die shortly afterward, having completed their ultimate biological mission. The female, meanwhile, stores the sperm and later uses it to fertilize her eggs when she's ready. The cycle of life continues, even as the male disappears back into the depths. Fertilization and egg-laying. Female octopuses don't fertilize their eggs immediately. Instead, they store the male's sperm inside special internal receptacles, sometimes for weeks or even months, until the timing and conditions are just right. When egg-laying begins, fertilization happens as each egg passes by the stored sperm. This ensures that every egg has the chance to develop into a healthy offspring. The female carefully lays her eggs inside the safety of her den, attaching them to rocks, shells, or crevices using a strong, sticky secretion. These eggs are laid in long strands or clusters, sometimes hundreds or even thousands, depending on the species. Each one represents a future octopus, waiting patiently to hatch. Once the eggs are laid, the female becomes a full-time guardian. She constantly cleans the eggs, removing debris and algae that could block oxygen. By gently blowing water over them, she ensures a steady flow of oxygen, helping the embryos develop properly. During this long and exhausting period, the female usually stops eating altogether. Every ounce of energy is devoted to protecting her eggs. Embryonic development. Egg growth depending on the species. Octopus eggs may take weeks or even months to develop. During this time, environmental conditions like water temperature and oxygen levels play a critical role, influencing how quickly the embryos grow. Each egg is a self-contained nursery, where the tiny octopus begins forming the basic structures it will need to survive in the open ocean. As development progresses, the embryo starts to form its eyes, arms, and internal organs. Even at this early stage, the intricate design of an octopus is already taking shape, perfectly adapted for life in the deep. Each movement inside the egg may be subtle, but it's a sign of life preparing for its first moment outside the shell. When the embryos are fully formed, they are now called paralarvae, miniature versions of the adults, equipped with all the essential organs and tentacles they need to survive. They remain tucked safely inside their eggs until the right moment to hatch arrives. From a single egg to a fully formed paralarva, the transformation is a slow, delicate, and extraordinary process, a tiny miracle happening quietly inside the hidden den of a devoted mother. Hatching birth baby octopuses, known as paralarvae, use a small, specialized structure often called an egg tooth or sharp, wriggling movements to break free from their egg capsules. It's a slow and delicate process. Every push brings them closer to independence. Within each egg, the paralarvae have already formed their arms, eyes, and organs, perfectly equipped for life beyond the shell. These tiny creatures, only a few millimeters long, are ready to face the vast ocean. Once free, the paralarvae drift gently into the open water. They are fully independent from the moment they hatch, relying on instinct to survive and begin feeding immediately on plankton and other tiny prey. Each newly hatched octopus is tiny, fragile, and yet fully capable of navigating its underwater environment. The journey of life has begun, a race for survival in the ocean currents. Meanwhile, the devoted mother usually dies shortly after her offspring hatch. Her life, devoted entirely to protecting and nurturing her eggs, comes to an end, leaving the next generation to carry on the cycle of life. The birth of an octopus is a testament to nature's patience, precision, and resilience. From tiny eggs to fully independent paralarvae, life emerges ready to face the challenges of the deep ocean.